A very good morning, students. Students, you know that we have already started our chapter 2, that is parallel lines and transversal. In the last lecture, we had studied what are parallel lines, what is a transversal, right? What else we had studied? The angles made by a transversal. So how many angles we had studied? Corresponding angles, interior angles and alternate angles. In alternate angles, two types are there. Interior alternate angles and exterior alternate angles. This much we had studied in the last lecture. Students, now you have to write these points which I am showing on my slide in your notebook. And you will get these points in your textbook also. And I have these points on my slides also. So if you have textbook, please take out your textbook and mark the points. I hope you all are ready with your textbook. So the first point you have to write is parallel lines. See here, the lines in the same plane which do not intersect with each other are called parallel lines. This one you have to write and you have to draw the figure which is there in your textbook, page number 7, first figure. Or else you can draw the figure which is there on the slide. This will also do. So your first point, students, will be parallel lines. This one, this point you write down, and below that draw this figure, these parallel lines. If you want, if you don't have textbook, you can take the screenshot of this slide also. And this meaning is there on page number 7, very first line. Okay. Your second point is, what is transversal? Take out page number 7. See the heading transversal. Okay. See the bold lines. On page number 7, if you see bold line is there. So that line you have to write down what the meaning of transversal and the diagram which is given alongside in your textbook that you have to draw. Or you can draw this diagram also which is there on the slide. Okay, students, I repeat, first point is meaning of parallel lines and its diagram. Second point, meaning of transversal and the figure. Okay. Then your third point, page number 7. Page number 7, your heading will be angles made by a transversal. I repeat, angles made by a transversal. This is your heading. You have to write this. Then you have to draw this figure. The figure which is there on the slide, same figure is there in your textbook also. Alongside the heading. Okay, I repeat third point. Your point is angles made by a transversal. Then draw this figure. Then write down these corresponding angles. It's there on page number 7. Page number 7, corresponding angles. That full paragraph you have to write down in your notebook. And below that, you have to write down pairs of corresponding angles in the given figure. This is on page number 8, students. I repeat, this see on the slide, corresponding angles. This explanation is there in your textbook on page number 7, and pairs of corresponding angles in the given figure is there on page number 8. So this particular part you have to write down. Similarly, interior angles. The explanation is there on page number 7. This explanation is there on page number 7, and these pairs of angles are there on page number 8. Okay. Next, alternate angles. Page number 8, alternate angles. You have explanation or meaning of alternate angles on page number 8, and below that you have these angles also, pairs of angles also. Understood, students? Which points you have to write down? Parallel lines, transversal, and angles made by a transversal. Everything is there in your textbook on page number 7 and page number 8. This one you are going to write in your notebook. Okay. Then after that, we will solve practice set 2.1, which is very easy. If you have understood the angles made by a transversal, then you will be able to solve this practice set 2.1. So let's start practice set 2.1. Okay. This is question number 1, students. Here by mistakenly it is written 2. This is question number 1. In the adjoining figure, see the figure. Okay. In the adjoining figure, each angle is shown by a letter. See here, this angle is shown by letter P. This angle is shown by letter Q. Then S, R, W, X, Z, Y. Okay. Fill in the boxes with the help of the figure. Okay. So let's start, students. First is corresponding angles. So corresponding angles we have to find out. One angle is given, that is angle P. See this angle, students. Can you see the pair of these P? Corresponding pair. So here corresponding pair of P is W. Yes or no? See here, I have marked with yellow pen. The pair is angle P and angle W. So what you will write here? Angle P and angle W. Question, in that question 2, angle Q. See this angle Q. What is the corresponding pair, students? Corresponding pair of Q is, see the blue color pen, is X. So Q is corresponding to X. So here we will write angle X. Next we have angle R. Okay. Angle R. So I am using red pen. Where is angle R? Here. See, I have used red pen. So what is the corresponding pair of angle R? That is angle Y. Angle Y. Then question 4. Now I am using black color. Angle S. See here angle S. Its corresponding pair. See angle S. Its corresponding pair is Z. Okay. So we have got corresponding angles also. Clear everybody? We will see interior alternate angles. Okay. So angle S. See here angle S. What is the interior pair? It's X. See, it forms Z. So interior alternate angles are angle S and angle X, and angle W and angle R. I repeat. Interior alternate angles are angle S and X and angle W and angle R. See here angle S and angle X, angle W and angle R. So here we have completed question number 1. Write down this question, everybody, in your notebook. Then we have question 2, that is, observe the angles shown in the figure and write the following pair of angles. I repeat, observe the angles shown in the figure and write the following pair of angles. First one, interior alternate angles. Students, interior alternate angles in this figure is, see here these two lines are there, okay, and this is the parallel, this is the transversal. These two lines are there and this transversal. Transversal means the line which intersect two lines at two distinct points. Okay. First is interior alternate angles. So interior alternate angles are angle C and angle E. It forms Z, right? Students, if you rotate this figure towards right, then you will be able to understand. If you don't understand this, rotate this figure towards right and then see. Okay, so the interior alternate angles are angle C and angle E, first pair, and second pair is angle B and angle H. Okay, so your answer is angle C and angle E, angle B and angle H. Then you have second point, corresponding angles. So corresponding angles are angle A and angle E, angle B and angle F, angle D and angle H, angle C and angle G. I repeat, corresponding angles are angle A and angle E, angle B and angle F, angle D and angle H, angle C and angle G. Okay, so this is your second answer, corresponding angles. Then question 3, interior angles. So your interior angles are angle C and angle H, angle B and angle E. I repeat, angle C and angle H, angle B and angle E. So students, here we have completed our practice set 2.1. I hope you all have understood. If not, then you can ask me. Students, now we will move towards angle properties. We have seen just now the corresponding angles, interior angles and alternate angles. Now we are very much, we know all these types of angles. Now we will see the properties of these angles. Properties of these angles. So here are the properties. These are very important, students, for this chapter. These are very important properties. Properties of angles made by a transversal. First property is related to corresponding angles. Okay. Corresponding angles are congruent. Congruent means equal. So whenever we will get corresponding angles pair, so those corresponding angles are congruent. We are going to solve questions based on this. Students, don't worry. Just understand these properties. First property is corresponding angles are congruent. Second property, interior angles are supplementary. Students, what do you mean by supplementary? You were having this concept in last year, 7th standard. Supplementary means whose addition is 180 degree, right? Supplementary angles means whose addition is 180 degree. So interior angles are always supplementary, means its addition is always 180 degree. Third is alternate angles. So in alternate angles we have interior alternate angles also and exterior alternate angles also. So alternate angles means both interior alternate angles and exterior alternate angles. So alternate angles are congruent, means they are equal. Corresponding angles are congruent, interior angles are supplementary and alternate angles are congruent. Now let's understand this with the help of this figure. Okay, now I am going to use pen and now you will understand the properties. Okay, first we will see property related to corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are always congruent. Okay. So here We will take first pair of corresponding angle. You know angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding angles, right? If I give you the measure of angle 1 is 100 degree. What is that? 100 degree. So what is the measure of angle 5? I repeat, angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding angles. Means both the angles are equal. Its property says that corresponding angles are equal. So suppose angle 1 is 100 degree. So what is the measure of angle 5? That is also 100 degree. Why? Because property says that corresponding angles are equal or congruent. Let's take another example. What is the corresponding angle of angle 4? What is the corresponding angle of 4? That is angle 8. Okay. So this pair is of corresponding angles. Suppose this angle's measure is 120 degree. What is the measure? 120 degree of angle 4. Then what is the measure of angle 8? 120 degree only, because we know that angle 4 and angle 8 are corresponding angles, right? And corresponding angles are always congruent. Next, we will see property of interior angles. Okay? Property of interior angles is interior angles are supplementary. Means its addition should be 180 degree. So interior angle pair is 3 and 5. This 3 and 5 is interior angles. Yes or no, students? Now we will see here the property of interior angles. Okay? Suppose measure of angle 3 is 80 degree. Measure of angle 3 is 80 degree. Okay. What is the measure of angle 5 then? See, interior angles are supplementary. Supplementary means its addition should be 180 degree. So, I have given measure of angle 3 is 80 degree. Then measure of angle 5 should be 100 degree. Why? Because these are interior angles, and if we do addition of 80 plus 100 is 180 degree. Yes or no? It means that you have to subtract this 80. You have to subtract this 80 from 180. You will get this. How to cross check this answer? These interior angles are supplementary. Means their addition should be 180 degree. So 80 plus 100 is 180 degree. Similarly, we will take next pair of interior angles is 4 and 6. Okay. Suppose the measure of angle 4 is 120 degree. Measure of angle 4 is 120 degree. What is the measure of angle 6? What we will do? we will do 180 minus 120. What is the answer? 60? Yes or no? So the answer is 60. How to cross check answer? Add 120 and 60. Add this 120 and 60. You will get answer 180. Okay. So here we have proved the property of interior angles. Next we will see alternate angles. Interior alternate angles we will see now. What is the property of alternate angles? That alternate angles are congruent. We will see first interior alternate angles. So 3 and 6 is the first pair. 4 and 5 is the second pair. If measure of angle 3 is 30 degree, then what is the measure of angle 6? Is also 30 degree. Why? Because interior alternate angles are congruent. Exterior alternate angles. Exterior alternate angles are also congruent. So here exterior alternate angles are 1 and 8, 2 and 7. So these angles are also congruent. Means that if angle 1's measure is 100 degree, then angle 8's measure will also 100 degree. Because this is the pair of exterior alternate angles. Okay. So students, I hope you all have understood properties of angles made by a transversal. If you not understood this one, you can ask me, or else I am going to teach this or revise this in our next lecture. Okay students, you have to practice this at home, otherwise you will not understand anything. These angles, these properties you have to solve on your own. If you just watch the video and if you don't understood this, just watching video is not enough. In maths you have to practice, you have to solve on your own. Okay. So thank you so much students. Whatever I have told you to write in notebook, those points you have to write in your notebook. And write practice set also. Okay. Thank you so much students.